Hey, welcome on in, guys. Tobin here with you, and thanks for checking out the channel. Just coming back from being boots on the ground. Your Miami Heat victorious today over the Brooklyn Nets, 110-95, and get themselves back over 500 and eradicate the stink that was that Orlando Magic loss. But today was an exciting day, even with it being against a very uninspiring Nets team that, yes, did not have their top scorer tonight. First of all, I was stunned by a couple of things because I forget every time that the Heat face and they have Ben Simmons, and I'm like walking out. I think it was after Spo's press conference, and I walk out there and I was like, oh my God, Ben Simmons. I forgot that he was on the Nets. And then the second part of it was Juwan Howard is coaching on the Nets. I had no idea that he was on their coaching staff. So I was taken back by a couple of things immediately with Brooklyn. We get the news that Jimmy Butler was not going to play in this game. So the Heat, again, don't have Jimmy. Second straight game that he misses, but I guess technically the third straight game he's affected by it because he did not hurt his ankle in the Thunder game. He was sick. So he remains sick. He was questionable all day. And they announced right before the game that, yeah, he can't go. Think that's just something to keep an eye on. That definitely seems strange. Here's the thing, man. I never want to doubt anybody's situation because I don't know. You know, and even with this same player last year, with all the personal reasons, people knew, but, you know, people I think also were like, but plenty of people didn't know, and it turned out to be the worst case. So I'm just hopeful that Jimmy gets better. I hope that this isn't any kind of, holdout, I'll come back when I can come back. I don't think that's what it is. I'm going to take it at its word that the guy is not well enough to play. You also did not have Terry Rozier in this game. So with no Jimmy, no Terry Rozier, it did open up the mind of Eric Spoelstra a little bit, and we got a little froggy. We got a little froggy in this game, and we got to see some guys and some combinations that, quite frankly, we haven't gotten to see and haven't gotten to see enough of. And so it was really, I think from my standpoint, watching a Heat game this year, it was one of the more enjoyable games I got to see this year just because of combinations and fun and different. And I just overall just really enjoyed watching today's game, not just because, we finally got to see Kel'el Ware at home in some real minutes. I think it was Tommy Tig who made the point on the way home as I was listening on my way back, and he was like, it felt like all of his significant minutes this year have come out on the road. And yeah, he's right about that because I haven't missed many home games this year, and I only remember him getting out there in blowouts, really. And man, the warehouse was wide open today, dude. It was a thing of beauty. I mean, I'm not going to lie. He comes out of the gate, he gets a block, and then hits a 3-ball in the corner to put the Heat up 5, and I'm just like, whew, that's good. I was enjoying that very much. And then not to mention, he's playing at the same time as Jović, dude. And Nico, man, what a game Nikola Jović had today. Nico was driving strong to the basket. He was attacking. He was getting to the line. He was hitting threes. He was celebrating. He's like doing the 3 tongue wag. I don't know what the hell. He looks like a chameleon out there. I friggin' love it. And I love seeing him peacock up and down all over the court. It was a beautiful thing to see. He finished the first quarter with 10 points, being very, very aggressive. Duncan Robinson also was feeling it from 3 today. So that was a positive start to this game. Miami went in. They were up 11, I believe, at the end of the first quarter. And then all air leaves the building. And it was a crazy thing because just minutes before this happened, it was like at mid-court, like right where my media seat is, Pelle Larsson was like going for a loose ball and he got whacked right in the face. You're like, damn, that is like the most action that you'll probably see right in front of you. And then, minutes later in the second quarter, the man who has been so inspiring to see this year and really was finally getting his chance, Dru Smith, you just saw it. I think we all just looked at it and you're just thinking to yourself, oh no, he just like went down. But like it was non-contact and it was kind of almost like in slow motion as I'm watching it. And I'm like, oh no, come on, Dru, get up, dude, come on. And you could just tell he knew immediately. And, he's getting taken off the court by his teammates. He's being helped off. And you're just thinking about yourself, man, like this guy has been through so much. Nico and Alec Burks are walking him off. You can see the look on Jaime and all of his teammates as they go back. And I genuinely, as everybody is looking at this guy, who by all accounts is just beloved. And as he's going into the corner tunnel, his wife, I guess, comes down from the stands. He's looking up into the Heat family section. His wife comes and meets him, and they go. And I mean, the video of it does not look good, man. It is, I guess, the other leg from the one that the ACL is in. This can happen sometimes where you're compensating, and it just, I don't know. It looked it looked really, really bad, and the team looked pretty distraught. The building just got silent because how can you not love this guy's story? How can you not love the determination that he has? You know that he's a coach favorite, and he's a locker room favorite. So that was pretty brutal. That was a pretty brutal thing to see with Dru. He and Spo even made this mention afterwards about talking about the appreciation everybody needs to have on that team. I think this guy was probably days away. I think they have to decide in 5 days what to do with that roster spot that opened up. He was probably days or in the midst of days of getting the standard contract. I don't know what they're going to do to take care of him now. I mean, this guy seems like he's like Heat personified, so I'm sure that they'll do what they can to take care of him, but just felt like a guy who finally had his career about to take off, and now you're back to like square friggin' one on a new leg to fix. So prayers out to Dru Smith, man. That is that's a brutal one. Here was Eric Spoelstra after the game on it.
After everything Dru's been through, how tough was it to see him down there on the court, and have you been able to talk to him after?
No, and we'll just have to see tomorrow. He'll get an MRI, but obviously the air went out of the building. Seeing him fall like that, it wasn't a contact injury. I don't know the extent fully right now. I don't want to, pontificate until we get the MRI, but yeah. We were all, messed up, for a while. And the reason, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but you just, we all have, such incredible, deep respect for his journey, what he's had to overcome. I've been in the building, all those times last year when nobody else was here and he was doing all the extensive treatment and rehab, around the clock. He just has incredible fortitude. So, you end up just absolutely rooting for, guys like Dru. So I don't want to go on too much because I don't really know the full extent. We don't know. We'll get the MRI, but, we were all managing that, at halftime.
Here was Bam Adebayo speaking about Dru, who he says he sits with on the plane a lot.
All we can do is pray for him, but it's definitely a gut punch because he's sitting next to me on the plane, and we have conversations a lot. We really talk about basketball and really reflect on just how grateful we are to have the life that we live. So, to have a guy that's that pure, have an injury, we pray for him and we hope the best for him.
So yeah, man, just wishing Dru Smith the best. It definitely felt too like after that happened. I'm looking at on the court as the guys like all see him leave, and that you could tell the team was a little bit shook. Mind you, this is a guy who, that he tore his ACL last year in Cleveland, and everybody was like, oh man, he was finally it's almost like cruel what has happened to him 2 years in a row where like he's gotten playing time, finally like getting himself solidified and feeling like it. And this happens to you, like that's it's almost sick, like the kind of basketball tragedy that is. So hopefully he can bounce back from this. The Heat go into the Nets make a little bit of a run. Like I said, the Heat kind of felt a little shell shocked from it, and the Nets were able to get this to a 1-point game. So that was definitely a noticeable thing. And then honestly, exactly what I wanted in the Magic game when the game got close is really what happened in this game, because it felt very much like a third quarter that was taken over by Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo. Like the guys who took their criticisms and took their lumps, it felt very much like the Tyler Herro, Bam Adebayo show. These guys were getting everybody involved. You could tell Bam came out with a very strong defensive effort. He's, stealing passes out of the air from Ben Simmons, very strong on the glass. Tyler Herro with some big-time buckets through traffic, showing that off. Bam had this big-time jumper that he was able to get off strong that went off the window and then got the and one. Very, very aggressive for him. And then, though, then the party arrived. All right, and that's nothing to take away from Bam's game because he was fantastic today. But the party arrived with Kel'el Ware. I mean, he was in friggin' incredible today with seeing what he can do and seeing him finally get loose was awesome. Because Nico immediately looks for Kel'el, gets an easy slam. That was Goosey's for me. All right. Then Tyler Herro throws up a lob to him, and you're just like, oh, he's so tall. He's so big. And like Eric Spoelstra called it today. This was Spo after the game. He goes, he's really got a wow factor to him.
Kel'el is giving you just a little bit of a wow factor right now. There's something that he's doing, every day. Whether it be a block shot, a chain shot, a lob, or some kind of burst in transition. We just want to build on that right now. All of our young guys, they're being coached extremely hard, and there's going to be some ups and downs, but you can see the upside.
I'm not going to say the things that are going on in some of my Heat group chats referring to Eric Spoelstra, all respectfully, of course, but they're not very nice comments because people who I'm close to, who are also Heat fans, have wanted Kel'el Ware to play, as I have. And they're saying not nice things about the Heat coach, respectfully. They're respectfully saying these not nice things. And dude, it's like, finally like unlocking, levels on a video game or something like that. Like finally it feels like the Miami Heat are going into battle with the same arsenal. Like it was such a beautiful thing to see from Kel'el. What a great job by him, and what a great job by the young man. Here was Bam Adebayo on it.
Man, I'm glad we're using him. Big fella can definitely make plays, and that's what we need. We need that instant energy shift. It's a different way of how we play, different style. So it's great to have that in the second unit.
Performance like this from Kel'el, a couple of games getting minutes. So what's the most important thing that you want to build on just to kind of keep this going?
What he's doing, run the floor. Catch lobs, do the little things that contribute to winning. and we figure out everything else as we go. We're going. He'll start developing, and like I tell him, I was like, "You're lucky you get to play. I didn't get to play my rookie year." So it's good he's getting his feet wet, and he gets to go out there and make mistakes, but also learn at the same time.
Tyler Herro, loving throwing to Kel'el.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing with Kel'el. I just look forward to the growth of our chemistry, our two-man action, and then the growth of Kel'el himself. He's been really, really good since we've gotten him from the beginning of training camp. You see the glimpses in the skill set, just the raw versatility that he brings on both ends. He's so effective defensively, just protecting the rim, making everything difficult, and then offense, you see the lob threat. You just throw it up there, he goes and gets it, and I love playing with guys like that.
And here's the man himself on his big-time performance.
The way Tyler's playing, he's getting a lot of defensive attention, so how much is running a pick and roll with him helping you kind of get open?
I mean, that's even more dangerous with me and him because, they're going to be scared of the lob, so he's going to be open for the layup, and they're going to be scared of him coming off of the screen, so the lob is going to be open, so you got to pick one. So, so that's going to be difficult. So.
Lob chemistry is so important. Obviously, something you can work on in practice. What's the lob chemistry been like, and how are your lobber teammates here, maybe as opposed to other guys you play with over the years, the comfort level you're developing?
It's getting there, I would say. I mean, like you said, you gotta get more reps with those guys. So, the more and more I play with them, the more they're going to get comfortable with knowing that they just throw it by the rim, I can go get it. So.
I got to say, he doesn't lack for confidence. That's one thing I can say about Kel'el. He's not gotten a ton of media time this year, but is not a man who I think is shy and is not afraid to let his talent show. So, he did great coming back into this. The Nets made it a little interesting. They were able to get it to striking distance, about 5 minutes left, and really, it was the Kentucky kids taking over. Bam to Tyler. They were looking for each other. At one point, Bam kicks out to Tyler for a huge three. Miami gets back up by a big margin. Then Bam, he starts finding his fadeaway. He gets a big-time and one. He did airball the free throw. And then Tyler Herro found him for a big-time slam. So they really took it home today. Bam would get one more jumper set up by Tyler Herro to really put it out of reach. And then Nikola Jović, dude, hitting the Peppa's button, sticking his tongue out. The win must have tasted delicious to Jović. It was a delight. So Bam finishes with 23 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Tyler Herro was just an assist away from a triple-double, 17 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists. Kel'el, 9 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block, 2 steals. Jović, 18 points. Duncan Robinson, 17 points. He was 5 of 10 from downtown. So a lot of fun today, man. I really enjoyed. Pelle Larsson got time today too. And look, just on the basketball side of things of what they're gonna do with Dru and what they're gonna do with that roster, but I don't really know. I would say the immediate guy I look to with Dru going down is Pelle, because Pelle honestly had the role before he got hurt, and Dru kind of took the Pelle Larsson role because he was just too damn good to give it up. So that's my immediate thought on it. But we got time to get into that, man. Like, honestly, I'm just kind of bummed for him. In a feel good win, it's tough not to have the gloominess of a feel good story cut short, unfortunately, because man, that guy just deserved good things for him, and hopefully he can rally from this and give it another crack. But obviously, he's already faced a ton of hurdles to get to this point. So, he's gonna have to find that again, and that's just got to be such a mentally crushing hurdle that he's got to get through. But he's obviously shown a lot of mental toughness and wherewithal already to get to his basketball dreams. So here's to all the best news possible for Dru Smith, and maybe it'll be a lot better than we think it is. But if it's not, you just wish him the speediest of recoveries and that he can get through this okay.